honestly, it is so much easier to tell your life story to a stranger. I know that sounds insane, but it's true. Like, I would rather tell my life story to a stranger than to my family.
Hey, beautiful, 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 beautiful angel. Love your imperfections, every anger. Tomorrow comes and goes before you know.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Kel's Place, everybody. I hope everyone's having a great day today. So I am back with another video today, you guys. I am super tired. I just got home, but I am ready to do this video for you guys. This has been a video that has been waiting long enough, and I'm finally ready to do this video. As you can see, what it's going to be about today, it's going to be about the LGBT community. So this is a long story. Oh, kudos to my friend Alex for giving me this wonderful and beautiful flag so I can hang up in my room. I haven't had my own flag, LGBT flag, before, so excited to have this flag. So anyways, you guys, so as you can expect, this is officially my coming out video. So my story is long, it is sad, and it is a mess, but I am ready to tell you guys, and I guess let's just start from the beginning of all this. So I came out as bisexual when I was 19 years old. However, I've kind of always known I've been bisexual since I was like 13, probably even younger than that. My life has been a roller coaster with it. To be honest, I always felt like I knew I was different than everybody else in my family and all my friends. I always felt I had an attraction for girls. I still had an attraction for guys, obviously, because I was actually really boy crazy when I was like younger, and like throughout my life I've been kind of a little bit of boy crazy, but it was around like, again, like when I was like 12ish, 11, even 11, I was starting to realize that I was just a little bit different than my family, or than everybody that I knew. I began to see that I was attracted to girls, and, you know, just, that's how I felt. And it wasn't until I pretty much confirmed my feelings when I was in high school. Like, I kind of knew, but I didn't want to come out yet to my friends or anything. So I kind of kept it to myself in high school. No one really knew about it. It wasn't until I was 19 years old that a girl kind of changed my life forever. And that's when I officially knew I feel like I always knew, but I felt like I was always denying it too. Like, I was always in denial, and I still didn't tell my friends. But I couldn't deny it to my friends anymore because this girl came into my life, and she literally changed my entire world. Like, it was crazy. Oh, but before I continue this video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new here. Please comment down below if you are officially out, or are you not officially out? Who are you out to, and how did your family react to it? Do you have a great, comforting story, supportive story, or did you struggle kind of like the way I've been struggling with it? So before I continue anymore, well, no, let me just finish the story, and I can go back to why my why my title is this. Let me finish my story, and then I will officially kind of explain why I decided to title this video like that. So this title is definitely not misleading. I'm not, what's that thing called? I'm not, it's not like a fake, like, thumbnail or anything like that. Like, I'm actually, like, the title is real. This is how it is. But let me just first finish my story, and then I can explain to you guys how all this just came down. So when I was 19, on my birthday, I was on my way to a fair in our county, and I was going with my best friend Amber, as you all may know. And there was this girl there who was standing, and we were with my mom because we were taking the bus to the county fair because we like taking the bus. And we were just kind of like minding our own business, and I was talking to my best friend Amber, and we were just talking about everything and whatever. We had just graduated from high school that year. So this was in August. So we had just graduated in June from high school. So I was already 19. I just turned 19. That was on my birthday, obviously, and then Amber was still 18. But anyway, so we were just kind of minding our own business, and I see this girl like talking to her friend. She's wearing jeans and a black shirt and like some jacket, and she has like short hair with short spiky hair. She was a dominant lesbian. A lot of people refer to them as dykes. I don't even know if dykes like being called dykes, if that makes any sense. I don't like putting stereotypical labels on people. I know there's feminine, I know there's dominant. I'll just say that this girl was very dominant. But she was also the most beautiful thing I had ever seen in my entire life. Like, you guys have no idea. I don't know if anyone's ever been like fallen in love at first sight, but this is how it was when I met this girl. So her name is Sarah, so I'm not going to reveal any last names. Sarah is her first real name, but I'm not going to reveal any names. I'm not going to reveal exactly how I know her, but that's how I met her at the bus stop when I was on my way to the fair with Amber. And literally, guys, it's just like my heart stopped. My world stopped when I saw this girl. She took my breath away. Like, I could not believe how beautiful to me she was so beautiful in my eyes. Like, she was amazing. And I fell in love with her, like, right then and there. Like, literally, it was like love at first sight. Like, I wanted to know this girl. Like, I felt butterflies. I felt nervous. Like, I felt everything about this girl. And I never even met her. I never even talked to her. And I already knew, like, I was in love with her. That's how deep it got. And we went on the bus, and I remember we just sat down on the bus once we got on, and she was about to walk by, like, past us, like, past next to our seat on the bus. And I kept looking at her with the most memorized face. I was just kind of like, oh my God, like, she's beautiful. And I kept looking at her, and when she was walking by, she finally saw that I was looking at her, and she just kind of looked at me, and she just kind of smiled at me, like a grinning kind of like playish smile. And she just kind of went like that, kind of like, hey, like, what's up? And literally my heart dropped. Like, when she did that, I was just like, oh my God, like, my heart like stopped. Like, I was getting butterflies, I was getting sweaty. I was just like, who is this girl? I have to know her. And I was just, at that point, I was always kind of like, I knew I was bisexual, but I was kind of like denying it too. I was just like, no, like, what if I'm not, kind of thing. But, you know, I never actually loved a girl, that kind of thing. I've always found girls attractive and stuff like that, but I never really loved a girl. But this girl, Sarah, was like the first girl I truly officially loved, and she was the most amazing person. And I just wanted to know her. And then I didn't see her for like a month and a half after that, and then I realized that she went to my same community college, and I couldn't believe it, because I saw her in the halls one day, and I was just like, oh my God, that's the girl from the bus, like, that's her. And she recognized me because she kind of like did that nod again, kind of like, hey, like, what's up? And I'm just like, like, oh my God, she recognized me. And it was like, by that time, I was just totally nuts over her. And I just knew that I was definitely into girls. Like, there was no way to go back. Like, I knew who I was. And by that time, I came out to my friends. When I started when I was starting to have really strong feelings for Sarah, I started coming out. I told my best friend about it. I told, Amber about it. I told all my friends, and you know what? They were so supportive of me, and that's what I loved about my friends. They were so supportive. They loved that. They were like, oh my God, that's great. I'm so glad you finally came out. Like, this is wonderful. Like, finally you get to be yourself. They were so supportive. Like, my friends are amazing, and if they love me for who I am, and they didn't care that I was into girls as well. And it was just an amazing feeling. And I was just totally in love with this girl. And so for months, me and her would just kind of say hi in the hall. It would start with a nod. It would go to a wave, and then it would be like an actual hi in the hall. Like, and then eventually, like, on Facebook, I knew she looked familiar because I felt like I had met her before. So it turned out that me and Sarah had actually gone to middle school together, and in middle school, she was like a totally boy crazy. Like, she was like straight, like, she was like insane, like, she wasn't like very cool in middle school. Like, a lot of people didn't like her because she was kind of like over the edge. Like, she was like really boy crazy, like she was doing stuff like in middle school. And so that's how she was known for. But now she was like officially lesbian, and not even that, she was like the dominant type, I was just like, what? That's insane. Like, Sarah was always boy crazy, but hey, things happened. I found out she came out in her freshman year of high school, that she came out as lesbian. So I went through my middle school yearbooks, and I knew she looked familiar, and I finally found her, and I knew it was her, and I was like, I don't believe it, it's Sarah, like from middle school, my old friend. I can't believe it's the same girl. And I found her on Facebook, and then I messaged her, and I was like, hey, like, I've been saying hi to you in the halls for a couple months, like, do you know, I was like, do you remember me? It's me, Raquel, like, we were friends in middle school. And she immediately remembered me, you guys. She was like, oh my god. She's like, of course I remember you. She's like, I know I've been saying hi to you. She's like, she's like, I couldn't think of where I saw you. So from then on, me and Sarah became really good friends, like really, really good friends. Like, we would see each other every single day at school. We would hang out. Like, she would talk to me, I would talk to her. Like, I was kind of like already in love with her, but I was like slowly and officially completely falling in love with her as a person. Like, I loved this girl so much. Like, she will always be a huge part of my life, no matter what. My love was so strong for her. Like, it's insane how much I love this girl. And unfortunately, Sarah was a player. She was like that in middle school, and she was like that most of her time in high school and in community college. I didn't go to high school with her, obviously, because I moved to a different high school. And I had heard a lot that she was a very, very stereotypical player. Like, she was cheating on her girlfriends and stuff like that. She had girlfriends every couple months. Like, she was that type of girl. And I still loved her. Like, I still wanted to be around her. I was just so in love with her, I didn't care. And unfortunately, Sarah led me on for 3 years continuously. Sarah and I were a mess. She wanted to be with me, but she didn't want to be with me. She didn't want to be with anyone who wasn't out, you know, and that was her thing. And I completely understand, but at the same time, she was just leading me on all the time. It was ridiculous, and she was giving my hopes up. I really wanted to be with this girl. Like, literally, you guys, if she asked me to be her girlfriend, I would have come out to everybody in my family. Like, that's how much I loved this girl. Like, I would have done it for her. But she didn't want to give me that chance, and she didn't want to take a risk because she just doesn't want to put her heart on the line, kind of, because she wore her heart on her sleeve, kind of. But even though she was still technically a player, she just like dating a lot of people. That's how she was at the time. And we were just always back and forth. Like, every time like she'd get a girlfriend, she would kind of like cut me off. And then every time her and her girlfriend would break up, she'd want to reel me back in and like capture my heart and lead me on, making me think that we were finally going to be together. And then we would never get together, and then she would get a new girlfriend and cut me off again. This was the same cycle for 3.5 years that I went through. And I don't know why I went through this. I could have just cut her off at any time. But again, it's because I loved this girl so much that I didn't care. Like, I just wanted her to be in my life. And I just was always having these hopes that we would finally get together, and it never happened. And unfortunately, like, I'm 24 now, she's 24. Our birthdays are like 5 days apart. And she's actually living with her person now, with her girlfriend. And I'm pretty sure they're going to get engaged soon and get married, because they've been together for like 2 years. So she's finally found someone, and I mean, I'm happy for her, really I am. I don't love her anymore. I'm not in love with her. After the 3.5 years, I finally realized that our relationship wasn't going anywhere. So it was a very hard decision to leave her, and she knew she knew what she was doing. And I finally just told her, like, I can't do this anymore. Like, you're never going to take me seriously. Like, we're just going to be friends. Like, you keep leading me on. This isn't working. I keep getting hurt. You keep getting hurt in a way. And I was just like, I think it's just best if we leave our lives, like we leave each other's lives. And we ended up not talking for like over a year, because I just needed to be by myself. Like, when I went to Sacramento, like that whole year I didn't talk to Sarah. Like, I just wanted to be by myself. And we didn't get in contact probably until a year ago. And I finally started like talking to her a little bit, but we're still not like on really big communication level though either, if that makes sense. Like, she and I like we'll say hi to each other if we ever see each other in public, but it won't be like crazy or anything like how it used to be. Like, every time when we were in community college together, she'd always like hug me and like kiss me on the cheek and stuff like that, and she would admire me, and she would flirt with me like crazy. But now it's just kind of like, hey, like, how are you? Like, good. Like, oh, okay, great. Like, glad you're great. Like, see you around, kind of thing. And again, she has her girlfriend. I don't want to like mess up anything, or of course, like not like I could or anything, because they've been together for a while. She's happy. They're happy together. I'm happy for her. I really am. Like, I will always love her. Honestly, I always will, because Sarah honestly changed my life. Because if I hadn't met her, I felt like I would have always been in denial about myself. So I'm really glad that I met her. She changed my life for the better. Like, I'm so happy that my friends support me. Like, Sarah's amazing. Like, Sarah has a lot of support as well. When she came out, like, I owe her a lot. I owe her my life to Sarah. I owe my life to Sarah. Like, she saved me. Like, I felt like I was always going to be in this denial, in this fake world about who I really was, and she helped me because my love for her changed me. So that's why I'm grateful that she was in my life. I really do care about Sarah, and I'm always going to care about Sarah. So that's kind of how I became, like, not became, but that's how I kind of, like, came out, was because of Sarah. But I've been, like, bisexual probably since I was, like, 12 or 13. That's when I started realizing how different I was. That's just how it was for me. Everyone has their own experience. Everyone has their coming out story and everything like that. So by the title of this video, so this is how it is with my family, and everyone has their different family background, different religion, different nationality. Everyone's going to react to their child being gay or bisexual or transgender or anything differently. Everyone's going to have a different reaction. I grew up in a very traditional Mexican American Catholic family. Give me 1 second, you guys. Never mind. Thought I saw my mom. My mom is coming home early today. So we grew up on a very traditional based family, and I love my family to pieces. I really do. I adore my family, and my family is everything. My mom is my best friend. You know, I love my dad. I love my grandparents. My grandparents live with us. I love my cousins. I grew up with my cousins. You know, they're amazing. Everyone is amazing. I love my family to death. But because of our traditional ways and because of the way we were raised, unfortunately, if someone were to come out in our family as gay, transgender, bisexual, whatever, it would be a very difficult thing on my family. They would not take it very well, unfortunately. And I hate to say it because I wish my family was more accepting and I wish my family was more supportive. But the truth is that they're not. There's very few of us who are very accepting in my family. I think there's just me and like 2 other cousins or something like that. No, I'm sorry. There's like maybe 4 cousins of mine, I think, who are kind of really accepting, and they're around my age. Goes to show different generations are very different from each other. And so on my dad's side, only 1 cousin knows that I'm bisexual, and the rest of my dad's family doesn't know. They're also the same Catholic Mexican American traditional. They wouldn't take the whole thing bisexual, gay, lesbian very well. That's why I haven't told my dad's side. For my mom's side, three of my cousins know on my mom's side. They've been very supportive. They've been very loving, and they've been keeping my secret also as well. And so the thing is that my parents, my mom, my dad, my grandparents, majority of my cousins and my aunts and uncles do not know that I am bisexual. And the reason for that is just because, like I said, they are a very traditional based family, and unfortunately, it would come to the point where if I were to come out, they would be very upset about it, and I feel like I would be disowned by my own family. Like, they wouldn't talk to me, they wouldn't want anything to do with me, they would want me away from their kids, kind of thing. Like, they don't want, they don't want me spreading my lifestyle to their kids. That's how they would feel, unfortunately. And it is unfortunate because I love my family to death and I would do anything for my family, but unfortunately they're not very accepting and they're not very supportive like me and my friends are. My friends are very supportive, and that's why my friends are like my family, and that's why my friends are so important, because my friends know everything about me versus my family, where they think they know everything about me, but they really don't, because I've been keeping the secret for the last 5 years. It's been 5 years since I've come out, so I've been keeping the secret for a very long time. And with my mom, even though my mom's my best friend, my mom knows pretty much everything about me. The thing is though, my mom, she does accept gay people. One of her best friends is gay. She loves, like, Ellen DeGeneres, she likes lesbians, like, everything like that. She's, like, cool with it. But the thing about it, though, is, like, it's hypocritical because she feels like if someone were to come out in our family, she feel like it would destroy everything. Like, she just doesn't want that for our family because she doesn't want to deal with it. My uncles and my aunts don't want to deal with it. Majority of my cousins don't want to deal with it. They just rather their kid be straight. Girl with a guy, guy with a girl. They don't want girl, girl, guy, guy. They feel like it'd be too confusing for their kids. I don't think so, honestly. I mean, obviously, I'm very supportive of the LGBT, even if I wasn't bisexual. I say you love who you love. You're attracted to who you're attracted to, and that's the end of the story. I don't think any kid's going to be confused. Why would a kid be confused about love? Love is love. That's all there is to it. And so my mom doesn't know. And I'm afraid that I'm going to lose my mom, like, the day that I tell her. So the truth is that I am planning on telling my family one day. The only thing is I haven't done it I haven't done it now or anytime like in the past is because of my grandparents, to be honest with you. My grandparents have built this family based on traditional values, and they're, you know, obviously they're Mexican, they're Catholic, and they're very serious about it. And they have a very hard time with the LGBT community. They have a very, very hard time with it. And I'm very close with my grandparents, and the truth is I don't want to give them that burden. It's not a burden being who I am, but it would be a burden for them. And they would be very upset, and they would go crazy, and they wouldn't talk to me, and they would feel very upset. When my grandparents get upset, they get sick. They get very, very ill, and I don't want to put my grandparents through that. I love my grandparents too much to let them go through that. My grandparents are getting old, so I've always told myself and my friends that once my grandparents have passed on, then I have decided that's when I'm going to tell my family that I'm bisexual, because I feel like I don't want to tell them when my grandparents are here, because I feel like it would just be a chaotic mess, and I don't want it to be a chaotic mess. So that's why I've decided to wait until my grandparents have passed, and then I would come out to my mom, my dad, my family, like even my dad's side of the family too. And unfortunately, I don't know how long that's going to take, because my grandparents are still very healthy. They're still very here. My grandma cooks like every day. To be honest, it probably won't be years from now, like 10, 15 years. And to me, that's okay, because honestly, I never had it in mind to marry a girl anyway. I am bisexual, but the truth is, I don't see myself marrying a girl just because, not because like I don't want to disappoint my family. I mean, if I ever met a girl who changed my life like the way Sarah did, and if I could see myself marrying her and spending the rest of my life with her, then of course I'm going to come out. That's the only thing, is the only way I would come out before my grandparents passed, if one girl was able to change my life. But unfortunately, I haven't met a girl like that yet, so I don't really see myself marrying a girl. But I've had girlfriends. I've had 3 girlfriends, and each and every one, like, well, Sarah wasn't technically my girlfriend, but I've had 3 girlfriends, and they've all been like crazy insane, you know, like absolutely insane. My ex-girlfriend, the one girl that I actually really cared about since Sarah, like I didn't think I could love again, and this girl that I met, her name was Celeste. She was the most amazing girl also, and she was beautiful, she was smart, and I totally fell head over heels in love with her, and she just like led me on like a toy. Like, you know, she cheated on me twice. Like, she was playing mind games with me. It was insane. And like after we broke up, I was just like, I can't do this. Like this girl, like, girls are insane. Like, literally girls are insane. Like, guys are right. When guys say that girls are more complicated than guys, I feel like they are right. Because you know what? Girls are way complicated. Like, they're drama. They like, all this, like, mind games and stuff. Like, don't get me wrong. Guys can cause drama, too. But in my experience, I feel like girls are way worse than guys. And I've dated a lot of guys. So, I mean, I feel like I can say that. But again, it also depends on experience as well. So don't take my experience as like, okay, like you like you know, like that's the answer or anything. No, I think it just depends on every person's experience. But the truth is that that's how it is. And again, I can't see myself marrying a girl unless some magical girl comes into my life and changes my life forever, and who I could like settle down with. Then obviously I would definitely come out to my family for this girl if I ever met her, if she exists. But to be honest, like, you know, I've always kind of felt like, they always say that when you're bisexual, you'll always like a gender more. The truth is, I like guys like 65%, and then I like girls like 50% or whatever, like 40 to 50%. I like guys a little bit more, just because, like, you know, I don't know. I've always related to guys a lot too. Like, I've always liked having guy friends and stuff like that. I've always liked getting attention from guys. So that is kind of true. I do like guys more than girls in a way, so I think that's probably why I can see myself marrying a guy more. But that's just how it is and everything. So, but anyways, so you're probably wondering like, why I decided to come out to you guys, like, in YouTube. Like, why YouTube and why not my family, if that makes sense. Like, why would you come out to the entire world to see and not even tell your own family who you live with on a day-to-day basis? The truth behind that is that sometimes, honestly, it is so much easier to tell your life story to a stranger. I know that sounds insane, but it's true. Like, I would rather tell my life story to a stranger than to my family, just because my family doesn't understand. You know, they don't understand me, and the thing is, even if I do come out, I have a feeling they would never still understand, like, my whole completely self. Strangers such as yourselves who don't really like know me on a personal level just yet. Obviously, I'm opening up to more to you guys every single day, but it's just so much easier to tell the entire world who you are, because people are so accepting nowadays. Like, the majority of people are so accepting. And, you know, I mean, of course, you're going to get your hate. You're going to get your, you know, like, oh my God, like, no, you can't like a girl kind of thing or whatever. But, you know, I'm glad for my generation because everyone is so open and so accepting. And I don't mind coming out to you guys because you guys are so supportive. You guys have liked my videos. You guys have supported me in the past. And I know you guys will support me in this. And I can't say the same for my family. My family won't support me in this right away. Even when I do come out, they'll be upset. You know, they'll be like, why are you doing this to us? Like, why are you doing this to this family? Like, you're causing problems kind of thing. And, you know, I don't see it that way. I don't see it as causing problems. I just see it as me coming out as myself. You know, being myself. And I don't think people see it that way a lot of the time. And that's why I titled this video, you know, I'm coming out to YouTube but not to my family. Here's why. You know, and this is the reason why. Because it is so much easier to tell a stranger sometimes than to tell your own family. It's just how it is. I feel like that's a fact or something, because I've talked to a lot of my friends and they felt the same way. A lot of my friends are gay, a lot of my friends are transgender, a lot of my friends are lesbian, you know, and they felt the same way, that it is so much easier just to talk to a stranger about it than to tell your own mother or your father or your brother or your sister about it, because you don't know how they'll react. You know, it's like you want their acceptance, you know, but you don't know if you'll get it. But you're most likely to get acceptance from a stranger. And that's crazy, and I feel that's so sad, because it shouldn't be that way. You should feel accepted by your family no matter who you are, what you want to do, career, your sex, your gender. It doesn't matter. But, you know, some parents are so invested in like these traditional ways, and, you know, I feel like every parent should just want their child to be happy. I think that's the most important thing. That's what I'm going to raise my kids based on. If my child comes to me gay, saying that they're gay, then I'd be like, hey, like, you don't have to tell me anything. Like, I'm not saying like not being gay is special, but it's like, to me, being gay is just normal. You know, it's like, you know, you shouldn't have to tell me anything. You know, if you're gay, you're gay. If you want to bring a guy home, bring a guy home. If you want to bring a girl home, bring a girl home. I don't care who you like. As long as this person makes you happy and you're in a safe environment, you know, and you're doing what you love and you're being with the person you love, then my job is done as a parent. I have made my child happy. And that's the most important thing. And I feel like a lot of parents aren't like that these days. Even though with the new generation and everything, parents still struggle understanding why their child is gay or transgender or lesbian or bi, you know? And it's not a simple thing to understand. Everyone has their own background story and their experience. But no matter what the story is, the parent should always be there for their child. You know, the parents are the ones that the child falls in love with first. You know, it's a mother's first love, a father's first love, daddy's girl, mommy's little boy or whatever. You know, the parents are the ones who the children should always rely on. When parents disown their child for them being gay, that's how suicidal rates happen all the time. I've watched so many movies about kids committing suicide because their parents don't accept them, and that's so sad. And I hope that doesn't happen to my kids. And I know it will never happen to my kids, because I'm always going to be very loving and accepting, you know, and I'm all for equality. Obviously I'm not going to kill myself if like all my family members don't accept me, because I am who I am. But it will be disappointing, because, you know, you would think that a family has your back 100%. And that's not how it is in a lot of the cases in reality. You know, and we just have to live with that. But anyways, you guys, that's just kind of what I wanted to tell you in this video. This is officially my coming out video, and I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry if I'm talking serious, but to me this is a serious matter, and I just want to let you know that if you're watching this video and you still not have come out yet, like myself, all I can say is just be patient. Just reach out to someone that you can trust, just like I reached out to my friends. You will find someone who supports you. I promise you. And if you feel like you're suicidal, please obviously call a suicidal hotline. You are not alone. We are here to help. I'm here to help. There are people on YouTube who are here to help. Please don't take your life for just being yourself. That is crazy, because you should be you. Everyone should love you for you. And if your parents don't accept you, then I guarantee you're going to find someone who will. But Anyways, you guys, that's it for me. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm sorry if it was a little serious, but it did need to be a little bit serious for this one. I hope you guys really like this video. Please comment if you relate to me. Are you not out yet? Please comment. What's your story? And if you are out, how did you do it? How did you tell your family? Is there a funny way of doing it? Is there a serious way of doing it? How did you overcome this decision making? How did you manage to be yourself around people who care and love about you, whether it's your family or you're just your friends? But anyways, you guys, that's it for me. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Please like my video. Please comment down below if you're related to this story. If you relate to this story. Please don't forget to like my social media at the end of this video. Also linked down below, my Instagram, my Twitter, and my Snapchat. Don't forget to do all that great stuff. That's it for me. This is my second video for the week. If I have time, I will definitely upload a third video for the week. But if not, I will see you guys next time. Hopefully me and Amber can do that challenge really soon. I promise it's gonna happen anytime now. Probably within a week, hopefully we can finally get settled to doing the challenge. But hope you guys have a great week. Happy St. Patrick's Day. It is on Sunday. Me and Amber are going out to the bar. We're gonna be drinking. We're gonna celebrate St. Patrick's Day. We always love St. Patrick's Day no matter what and no matter what holiday. So be safe. Don't drink and drive. Everyone have a great and safe weekend. See you guys next time. Bye!